The thing about how perspectives change over time. Bobby Rush, member of Congress, said the other day, "I'm ashamed that I voted for the '94 crime bill." You ashamed of that bill?
Not at all. And in fact, I drafted the bill, as you remember.
I know that.
They are beyond the pale, many of those people. Beyond the pale. And it's a sad commentary on society. We have no choice but to take them out of society. Piece of crack cocaine, no bigger than this quarter that I'm holding in my hand. 1/4 of $1. We passed a law through the leadership of Senator Thurman and myself and others. A law that says, if you're caught with that, you go to jail.
Just say no.
Today, you're going to meet several people who are former employees of our United States government, people who have looked at this over years who will say, whether it was a conspiracy or not, they don't want to talk about it. But did the CIA know the drugs were coming into the United States of America and help it get here? The answer to the question is yes.
Absolutely.
Does the CIA do this on a regular basis? The answer to the question is
absolutely. The CIA is the kingpin, the Don.
So you're saying that the CIA is the kingpin of the head of the United States Mafia?
I've put thousands of people in jail. Thousands. DEA gave a British writer once a figure of 3,000. It was a lot more than that. I've never failed in putting a case before court. Conspiracy cases, undercover cases. I've never lost a case.
Ain't I clean, bad machine, super cool, super mean, feeling good for the man, super fly, here I stand, secret stash, heavy bread, baddest bitches in the bed. I'm your pusherman. I'm your pusherman. I'm your pusherman. Silent life of crime. Circumstance, a victim of ghetto demands. Feed me money for style, and I'll let you trip for a while. Insecure from the past, how long can a good thing last? Ooh, got to be mellow, y'all. Gotta get mellow now.
What the story's about. It was about a cocaine ring that operated along the west coast of the United States throughout most of the 80s. And some of the money they were making was going to support an army that the men who ran the cocaine ring worked for, called the FDN. This was an army that the CIA started in 1981 and supported.
Better known to us, most of us who remember news, the Contras.
Heavy mind, heavy side, making money all the time. My LD and just me for all junkies to see. Ghetto Prince is my thing, making love's how I swing. I'm your pusherman. I'm your pusherman. 2 bags, please, for a generous fee. Make your world what you want it to be. Got a woman I love desperately. Wanna give her something better than me. Been told I can't be nothing else. Just a hustler in spite of myself. I know I can make it. This life just don't make it. Lord, Lord, yeah. Got to get mellow now. Gotta be mellow, yo.
deal. And here's how they did it. Pfizer, located here in New York, owns a company named Pharmacia Corporation, which owns another company called Pharmacia and Upjohn LLC, which owns Pharmacia and Upjohn Company LLC, which in turn owns Pharmacia and Upjohn Company Incorporated. And what does Pharmacia and Upjohn Company Incorporated do? Nothing. It's a shell created to be a legal shield for Pfizer. And Pfizer, too big to nail, is still doing business with the federal government.
So, Drew, what does Pfizer have to say about all this?
Anderson, nothing on camera. After a lot of back and forth, we got a phone conversation with the company's chief compliance officer. He told us, look, Pfizer takes full responsibility for illegally promoting Bextra, and to prevent it from happening again, here's what Pfizer said it's done. It's set up a leading-edge system. It monitors sales reps, tracking prescription sales and proactively looking for signs that its people are illegally promoting these drugs.
So is Pfizer doing this voluntarily?
No. Not all voluntary. Pfizer, they had to sign what's called a corporate integrity agreement with the Department of Health and Human Services. Basically, the executives at Pfizer have to sign on the dotted line to say that their company is going to comply with the law.
But, I mean, you look at this thing, and, I mean, if Pfizer is too big to fail, and even the biggest fine in history is just a few months' profit, then what's going to stop it from illegally promoting other drugs?
Critics say, Anderson, nothing.
Pfizer owns the cable news hosts.
What?
Yeah, Pfizer caught funneling $12 million to Anderson Cooper to promote the mRNA vaccines to America. Pfizer has funneled a whopping $12 million into the bank accounts of CNN host Anderson Cooper as part of a deal to promote the company's mRNA jabs to the American public. They say they're toxic, but Kurt, you and I know the vaccines are safe and effective.
Yeah,
and
they slow the spread
slow
of
the
hospitals
spread.
being clogged up with
That's
horse-based
right.
victims.
They're very safe. So that I don't. According
People
to
went blind.
According to Robert F. Kennedy Jr., very few people are aware of the fact that Cooper gets the majority of his CNN paycheck from Pfizer.
I wasn't aware of that.
I wasn't aware of that. 80% of Cooper's $12 million annual salary, roughly $10 million of it, comes directly from Pfizer, and that's according to RFK Jr. And he's worth every penny.